Welcome to the video everyone. I hope you're all as moist as me after eating a kebab and 3 sirloin steaks. Meat sweats. My toilet may have regretted it the next morning, but I sure didn't. Now, before anyone gently lays a knowledge turd on my forehead, I am aware that the team behind DyingLight 2 did say no old characters would be returning. However, we have to be honest with each other and more importantly ourselves and understand Easter eggs in a AAA title are very common and have been for a few years now. I made a video about Kyle Crane in DyingLight 2 and it had a very good response. He was the main character after all. However, what I missed out in that video is that there are other characters who actually survived Haran if you chose to not nuke the city. It turned Kyle Crane into a Night Stalker or volatile, however you want to call it. But what about the other characters that may have actually survived as, a human? So as we already know, in one of DyingLight's DLCs, you could nuke Haran or choose not to and ultimately end up becoming a zombie known as the Night Stalker. There have been rumours, but no official confirmation as far as I'm aware, of the survivors of Haran City. DyingLight 2 will take place 15 years later and in the city of Paris. So as you can imagine, it's a small chance, but a chance nonetheless. They could have actually immigrated west for a better life, but found themselves hooking again, in a dangerous situation in Paris. There is no right or wrong in this situation. It's only rarely a matter of luck if the developers decide to give us an Easter egg, and personally I do have some ideas of characters I think they could make a return in DyingLight 2. Now, an obvious character I would like to return is Brecken. For anyone that doesn't remember, he is the guy who banged his head and ordered us around to complete certain tasks that hardly made any sense, and then forgot to take a bandage off of his head for the entire game. Don't get me wrong, safety is important, but so is vitamin D. I really do think if we can see a returning character, Brecken would have the best story to tell. Especially the fact that he stayed in the same room ordering Kyle Crane around while he did sweet F4. Side characters like Kareem's son would be great to see, as 15 years later he would be around 22, 23 at least by now. It would be cool to hear about their travels across Europe and why they came to Paris, along with the fact that his dad turned into a zombie and was killed by a Kyle Crane. Some great stories to tell, I'm sure. Plus we saved his ass in the last game, so come on, give us something. Lena was the medic of the tower, and even though she didn't play a big role, she was obviously an important one. I wish that's what my mum told me as she abandoned me at the train station on a cold winter night. Now Troy is the woman you find in Old Town, calling the shots, and you don't really hear much from her, so it really does leave the possibility open to her surviving in DyingLight 2. Plus she wears army camo pants, so clearly she doesn't mess around and always makes her bed first thing in the morning. After one of the endings of DyingLight, the other being is a nuke on Haran, there are plenty of characters that could have actually survived the Haran incident, and even though the next game takes place in Paris, France, it's very possible to see characters from the first game make a return. That's if the developers allow it, of course. Now, this doesn't mean showing up in a cutscene of gameplay, but it could be something like maybe, finding a note and a recording. Kind of like an Easter egg would be very much appreciated by the fans, I'm sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what characters you would like to see returning in DyingLight 2. Let's be honest, if they don't include a character from the last game, many fans of the last game are definitely going to be disappointed, just like I was when I realised Tupac is actually dead and not living in Cuba. There are some characters, however, that I don't want to see make a return, like those annoying twins who thought they were the shiz. And, man, those missions really pissed me off. And also the guy who made you collect lots and lots of alcohol so you could have a party after risking your life. That's just not cool. Understandable, but not cool. Thanks for watching everyone, and remember to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe, like the video, and remember to keep it moist.